What is up, motherfuckers? It is your host, the one and only, always real and never phony, your boy Jackhammer with the Jackhammer Radio Show. What is good? What is poppin'? What is up? What's crackin'? What's happening? Welcome back to another episode. You know, if you listen to the first two episodes, you might have realized that my intro was just so whack. So whack that I decided to just start the show without the intro. You know, I'm gonna off it. You know, it's not something that I feel represents who I am. It was very cheesy. It was done in a matter of minutes. So until I come up with a better intro, for the time being, there's not gonna be any motherfucking intros. So how y'all doing, man? How is it out there in the universe? A lot has happened since I dropped my my last show, talking about Dr. Dre and his upcoming Compton album. As of now, it is August 7th, 2015. The album just released, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about Drake and his threat to drop his third diss track titled Peat. You don't want that Peat. Big Mill, you don't want no problems. I'm not going to drop a Peat on you. We're going to talk a little bit about that, and let's first start off the show by talking about the Republican GOP debates. That shit was crazy. Did you guys watch that shit? In fucking insane. It is unbelievable. Now here's the thing. We live in a world where it's you know, like it's really difficult to select a president. But when you have Donald Trump running for president, that shows how fucking desperate you are. Motherfucking Donald Trump. This motherfucker has no experience whatsoever in politics. This dude has never been in any government position. This dude has no experience, has no fucking business running a fucking country. Alright? Running a business, you know, he's the perfect candidate. You know, running a business, he knows how to make money. You know, he built an empire, but fucking running for president? Let's get real here. You guys cannot be serious. This motherfucker was on center stage of the debate. This dude was the center of attention. This is like the highlight. This dude with no fucking experience. This guy who is more of a TV personality than an actual legit qualified person running for this motherfucking position. Donald fucking Trump. Can you believe that shit? That's the type of world we live in right now, man. We have fucking TV personalities running for president. You know, and it goes to show that, you know, it's for him to be in that position right now means that he has a lot of supporters, right? And it goes to show that our country is becoming more and more of who's popular now. Before Obama ran, or when Obama ran for president, he was all over fucking MTV, pop culture, SNL. Dude was everywhere, pop media. And I feel like that's the vote now. This day and age, the popular dude wins. You know, the popular dude gets the attention, right? Donald Trump is a household name, right? but not for being a politician. Okay? At least Obama had, at least he had experience running shit, right? So that's my theory. I think he's in this position because he's a popular dude. People know who he is. People watch The Apprentice. People know who this guy is. So that's why he's up there center stage and talking like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's talking shit about the Latinos, right? And yet it doesn't seem like there's any repercussions for that. I don't want a dude like that running for president, right? I want someone that is fair, someone that is equal, that looks at everybody equally running for president. But I digress. Just a short little piece of my mind about what is going on. Donald Trump, dude, what the fuck, man? Let's move on to our second topic, which is Drake at OVO Fest threatening to drop the three-peat on you. Drake, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Here's the thing. I feel like Drake is not going to drop the three-peat unless Meek Mill comes with some slick shit. If Meek Mills comes out of pocket with that bullshit trying to diss once more, he's gonna drop the three-peat and end his fucking career. He will end that shit regardless if three-peat is half successful. Alright? Right now in everybody's mind, Meek Mill has already taken the L. It doesn't matter how much money you're flaunting. It doesn't matter how many times you wear the same fucking shirt. You have taken the L. Now Drake is threatening to drop the three-peat, but he's holding back, almost like it's a nuclear bomb. Alright? Now we know that this track is finished. Alright? We know that this track is finished. That's why he posted a picture on Instagram with a ring, and in the ring it had 3 stripes. Alright? 2 of those stripes have already been exposed with Charged Up and Back to Back. Now, he has 1 in the pocket. He has an ace in the hole ready to drop at any moment. He's got that ammo, and that's very smart. Because, let's say Meek Mill drops a diss track today. Within an hour, you drop your diss track. It fucking absorbs that shock, alright? If Meek Mill drops a diss track and you drop one shortly after, it's kind of like, whoa, you didn't even, you know what I mean? It's like, you came with a shot, but I had a shield and it deflected your shot. So I think that's very smart of him, threatening to drop the three-peat. So that's why Meek Mill's a little bit quiet right now. Rightfully so. You don't want no troubles. Especially after you've taken the L. So we know that Drake has that album on, he's got that album as ammo. He's holding back, but we know he's going to drop it at any moment. As soon as Meek Mill slips up, he's going to drop that track to end his whole fucking career. And we know for sure, even if Meek Mill is on tour, gives a little bit diss, just be like, fuck Drake, at a tour, it's game over. The moment that word gets out that he said fuck Drake, he's gonna drop that motherfucking track, and it's gonna be fire. We all know that. Alright, so let's move on to the final topic. Dr. Dre's long-awaited album, Compton, the soundtrack. Now let's be real, I'm not fucking biased. I come at you as real as it gets. Here's my review on the fucking album. Okay, so Dr. Dre has been in the game. He's well respected. He's done a lot for the game. Both the rapper and figuratively. So he dropped an album and I downloaded it this morning and I briefly skimmed over it, and it seems like Dr. Dre, a lot of his hits are not radio hits. And here's what I mean by that. Dr. Dre, before he dropped his album, his last couple tracks that he dropped was number one, I Need a Doctor, which was very catchy, was very hard hitting. You know, it was something that you could work out to, something that you can, drive and have it pump you up. It got you feeling a certain way. You know what I'm talking about? After that, he dropped Kush with the K. And in this track, it was also very catchy. Inhale, exhale, exhale, hey. It was very catchy. It was very fun. So both of those tracks did really, really well. Now fast forward to today, and he dropped the Compton track, or the Compton album. Now I'm gonna be honest, if someone else dropped this album and it wasn't Dr. Dre, I don't think it would get as much publicity as it does today. I feel like the fact that Dr. Dre dropped this album is the reason why it's so popular. I listened to, like I said, I skimmed through it, and I gotta be fair to Dr. Dre. I gotta listen to it one more time, right? But this album seemed like it's something that you want to put on, and it's like very chill. If you want to lay back, sit on your couch, smoke some weed, just sit back, driving around town kind of music. It's not really like radio hits. It's not really like catchy music, right? It's very like smooth, very slow type rap, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that is not the hits that Kush was, or it wasn't a hits like I Need a Doctor. Radio hits, I mean. It's still a very cool album. I feel like this album is an album that's supposed to grow on you. You gotta listen to it more and more times to fully grasp the entire album, to fully grasp the energy that he's putting out, right? Like I said, I feel like he's getting a lot of publicity because this has been a long time coming. However, I do feel like the album is very just slow and very smooth. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said before, like if you want to sit back, relax, just listen to some of this music. That's the type of music that it's kind of, that's the feel that I have for the album. It's crazy because this style was always part of Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was always kind of like aggressive, but at the same time smooth. Now that's like an oxymoron, because how can you be aggressive and very smooth? He's aggressive and smooth because of the choices in words and his impact, the way he says the words. But he says it very fluidly, okay? So like I said, it's a good album. However, if it wasn't Dr. Dre dropping this album, I don't think that it would get this type of publicity, okay? It's good. I'm not trying to hate. But I don't think it's any like radio hits on the album. I'm sure there's like one or two, but that's about it. It's not like I don't know, like some of the other rappers where it's kind of like very fun, or it's very or it's music that gets you feeling a certain way. But with that being said, thank you for dropping by with another motherfucking episode of the Jackhammer Radio Show. Subscribe to the Jackhammer Radio Show, or I'ma jackhammer your mama, your sister, and your other sister. Alright, so with that being said, stay tuned for the next episode. No pun, bitch.